5 students conducted experiment in lab to determine the heat of neutralization for the reaction between acid and two different types of alkali. So from the question given, we know that which one is MV? Which one is MV? Yang mana satu kita manipulate? Very good, Menda. So different types of alkali is manipulated variables. Okay, the following are the procedures that have been carried out by the students. Sebelum tu, what is the definitions of heat of neutralization? What is the definitions of heat of neutralization? Anyone respond? Definitions of heat of neutralization. Heat what? Heat change when 1 mole of water produce when acid react or neutralize with alkali. So definitions of heat neutralization mesti ada. The main point here is 1 mole of water produced. Okay, now look at the procedures given. 50 cm cube of 2 mole HCl was measured and poured into a polystyrene cup. Okay. Next, 50 cm cube of 2 mole potassium hydroxide was measured and poured in another polystyrene cup. What is the functions of polystyrene cup here? Why bila kita nak cari heat of neutralization ke, kita pakai polystyrene cup? Anyone can respond why we need to use polystyrene cup? Okay, very good, Menda. Reduce heat loss to surrounding. Okay, macam mana kita nak upgrade? Kita dah pakai polystyrene cup tadi dan kita nak upgrade supaya heat loss tu dapat lagi dikurangkan. We already use the polystyrene cup. So how kita nak reduce lagi the heat loss? Apa kita nak buat with the polystyrene cup supaya heat loss tu dapat kita kurangkan lagi? Respond? Mungkin soalan akan tanya. Use windshield? No. Okay, very good, Amanda. Ifan, buka windshield. Kita double the polystyrene cup. Very good. Lain? Selain daripada we double the polystyrene cup, any idea? Kalau use windshield tu untuk eksperimen heat of combustion tu. Okay. Double the polystyrene cup lagi. Covered polystyrene cup with cloth. Okay, very good Afiqah Bakis. Yang ketiga boleh pakai lid. Kita use lid. So ada 3 benda lah kalau soalan tanya. Okay, pertama double the polystyrene cup. Second, covered the polystyrene cup with cloth. 3, use lid. Okay, next. A thermometer is put in each polystyrene cup and thermometer reading is taken. Potassium hydroxide solution is poured in polystyrene cup, contains hydrochloric acid and the mixture is stirred using a thermometer. After a while, the thermometer reading of the mixture is taken. Step 1 to 5 repeated by replacing potassium hydroxide with ammonia solution. So what is the differences between potassium hydroxide here with ammonia? Apa beza dia? Apa beza antara ammonia and potassium hydroxide? Okay, very good, Puiman. Ammonia is weak alkali while potassium hydroxide is strong alkali. What is the definitions of weak alkali? Apa maksud weak alkali? What is the definitions of weak alkali? Respond. Dissolve partially in water. Lagi, ionize partially in water. So, kita guna perkataan ionize ya untuk acid and alkali. Ionize partially in water. Lagi? To produce, Amanda. To produce low concentrations of hydroxide ion. Apa hydrogen ion, Amanda? Produce low concentrations of hydroxide ion. Okay, now for this experiment, manipulated variables is type of alkali, or kamu boleh tulis potassium hydroxide and ammonia solution. Okay. So responding variables, apa responding variables kamu? Bila kita tukar type of alkali, so yang berubah apa? What will change? What will change? Okay, temperature. Okay, temperature. Final temperature. Okay, very good too. Yes. Final temperature or heat of neutralization. Dua-dua ni betul, tak ada masalah. Cuma bila kita nak buat hipotesis, lebih sedap if we use heat of neutralization. Senang kita nak buat comparison. Tak salah, temperature ni tak salah. Tapi lebih bagus kita guna heat of neutralization because when we want to do the hypothesis ke, the relationship, senang kita nak kaitkan. Okay, now heat energy release. Heat energy release. Heat of neutralization lah, Brian. Guna ayat ni, Brian. Heat of neutralization, okay? Okay, how about the fixed variable? Apa yang sama? Type of acid, very good. We use same type of acid atau boleh tulis nama dia hydrochloric acid. Cup. Maksudnya apa? Maksud dua-duanya kita pakai polystyrene cup. Volume of HCl. Volume and concentrations of HCl. Tulis HCl sahaja dah membadai. Polystyrene cup. Kita KIV dulu jawapan Melvin, okay? Nanti cikgu bagi tahu. Okay, now. Okay, Melvin, kita KIV dulu. Okay, now we go to hypothesis. So, hypothesis dah bagi tahu. Hypothesis must have MV and RV. So, macam mana kita nak kaitkan? So, kamu kena sebut dua-dua. You must say bila guna ammonia and bila guna potassium hydroxide. Right, type of acid better or HCl better. Tu, kalau tulis HCl solution pun dah settle. Tak ada masalah tu. Dua-dua tak ada better ke tak better tapi dua-dua betul. Okay. So, hypothesis macam mana nak buat? So, kita buat. Kita tulis sini when hydrochloric acid react with potassium hydroxide. Okay, ini is, ya Allah buruknya. React with when hydrochloric acid react with potassium hydroxide. Ini MV, RV dia heat of neutralization is greater compared to HCl react with ammonia. Solution. Okay, so mesti sebut dua-dua. When hydrochloric acid react with potassium hydroxide, heat of neutralization is greater compared to hydrochloric acid when react with ammonia solution. Kalau kamu tulis setakat greater je, kamu dapat 2 markah. If the alkali used is potassium hydroxide, then the heat of neutralization is high. If the alkali used is ammonia, the heat of neutralization is low. Boleh Puiman? Betul? Mesti kena state dua-dua. Macam mana perkaitan when we use potassium hydroxide and when we use ammonia. Okay, next. The higher the concentrations of hydroxide ion, the higher the heat of neutralization. Macam kurang sesuai lah tu. Macam tak boleh dapat 3 markah kat situ tu. Tak tahu cikgu ambil gambar nanti cikgu tanya Puan Julian ni. Puan Julian tak masuk hari ni ni. Okay. Okay, next. Oh, kelabu pula. Okay. So, before mixing, experiment 1, before mixing, hydrochloric acid, potassium hydroxide, so after mixing. So, boleh baca tak berapa bacaan dia tu? Initial temperature HCl for the first experiment is berapa guys? Kalau jawab macam tu salah ya. Dia mesti ada decimal point dia. Mesti 28.0. Tak ada decimal point, tak dapat full 3 marks. Okay, initial temperature for potassium hydroxide pun sama 28.0. Ingat, mesti ada 1 decimal point. Semua kena ada 1 decimal point except burette. Burette 2 decimal point. So highest temperature of mixture is 28 point. Highest temperature is 41. Okay, highest temperature is 41.0 degrees Celsius and temperature change is 13. 41 minus 28 so dapat 13.0 degrees Celsius. Okay, next. So this one is the second experiment. Okay, so initial temperature also 28.0. Ingat, kamu tahu jawapan tapi kalau kamu lupa tulis decimal point, nanti dah tolak markah. Okay, next 39.0 and then this one is 11.0. Kalau kamu tak tulis decimal point ni jatuh 2 markah walaupun semua betul. Okay, boleh next. Boleh cikgu proceed? Okay, proceed ya. Okay, next. Okay, record the initial temperature of the solution. The highest temperature for both experiment. Okay, dapat 3 markah. Betul semua. Okay, then they ask you to construct a table to record the initial temperature of the solutions, the highest temperature of the mixture and the temperature change for both experiment. So, kita kena buat table. Okay, we do table. Okay, we have experiment. Okay, experiment 1 and experiment 2. Okay, experiment 1 and experiment 2. Okay. Oh, benda yang pertama kena tulis initial temperature. Okay, kita tulislah initial temperature HCl. Jangan lupa unit degree Celsius. Okay, next. Kita buat initial temperature alkali. Sebab alkali ni lain-lain kan? Okay, degree Celsius. Okay, next. Okay, sambung. So, lagi dia minta kita tulis highest temperature. degree Celsius, and then last one is temperature change. Semua jangan lupa unit untuk temperature. Okay, then just masukkan saja bila kamu dah tulis unit dekat sini, so dekat dalam ni tak payah. So this one also 28.0, 28.0, 28.0. So highest temperature, this one is 41.0, 39.0, 13.0, 11.0. Okay, boleh? So kalau ada yang buat initial temperature ni satu saja sebab sama kan? Maksudnya for acid and alkali initial temperature dia both same. So boleh combine jadi satu, tak ada masalah. Itu boleh sebab kebetulan sama. So boleh. Okay, next. Ini dia lebih kurang macam soalan kita kan. Cuma kita dia minta macam mana kita ubah suai kita punya kita punya MVRV kan. Yang ni dia minta kita state observation, lepas tu dia minta kita buat inference. Inference ni apa? What is inference? Kalau kamu tak tahu inference, macam mana kamu nak buat inference? So what is inference actually? Inference is what? What is inference? Anyone can respond? You don't know inference, so tak boleh nak buat. Reason to support observation. Betul, macam simple conclusion from your observation. You dah nampak something from the experiment, then you buat simple conclusion. Why berlaku macam ni. And then, itulah inference. Okay, the first observation. Apakah observation yang pertama? Yang pertama, what is the observation? Besarnya. What is the observation? Temperature apa, Irfan? Okay, very good. Temperature. Okay. Kecil lah pula. Reading of thermometer increase. Temperature of mixture increase. Okay. Temperature of mixture increase. Okay. Kenapa increase? Kenapa increase? Kenapa reading of thermometer increase? Why? So inference dia adalah why for your observation. Pandai. Ya ke? Macam kurang tepat je Menda. Heat of neutralization occur, ya ke? Kan? Temperature increase. Heat is released. So kalau heat is released maksudnya apa? Heat release maksudnya apa? Pandai Puiman. The reaction is exothermic. Okay. Kan nama pun temperature increase. Kat sini tulis dah. So the reaction is exothermic. Okay. Second observation. Siapa boleh jawab? It is really salah ke? It is really salah ke? Macam boleh terima kot Ainin. Bergantung lah. Dia bergantung kepada skema tahu tersebut. Tapi kalau ikutkan logik boleh terima. Heat release tu samalah exothermic reaction kan. Difference in heat change between okay. Jawapan tu betul. Colorless solution is formed. So, apa you punya inference? Colorless solution is formed is what? Soluble salt. Okay, boleh. Soluble salt is formed. Ataupun, okay, boleh ambil jawapan tu ammonium chloride solution form. Okay, last one, third observation. Third observation, agak-agak apa? Cepat, satu lagi. Boleh tak? Kalau tak boleh, cikgu bagi hint. Okay, characteristics of ammonia. Apa? Cepat Amanda. Oh, apa Amanda? Bubble? No, no, no. Okay, bagi tahu smell of ammonia. Okay. So, pungent smell disappear. Okay. Okay, so inference dia apa? Kenapa boleh, why the pungent smell disappear? Because ammonia solution neutralized by apa? By HCl. Okay. Okay, next. Boleh? Ni observation and inference. Kalau Selangor dia bagi kamu MV, lepas tu apa yang you kena buat dengan MV, RV semua tu kan? SBP, they give you observation, then kena buat inference. Macam keluar macam ni je tahun ni gaya dia. Okay, next. State the operational definition of heat of neutralization. Mesti ada heat of neutralization What you do and then what you observe. Okay, what you do. Yang berkait dengan heat of neutralization. Okay, betul Ifan. Cuma kena tambah lagi ayat. Tambah lagi ayat. Add hydrochloric acid into alkali to form for this experiment into alkali to form 1 mole of water sebab dia berkait dengan heat of neutralization. And then what you observe? Okay. Thermometer is used to measure temperature of mixture can. Tu tak sesuai tu. And when the soluble salt is formed? No. Okay, pandai Menda. Reading of thermometer increase. Or temperature increase. Okay. Betul. Okay. Tak apa. Cikgu dah bagi tahu kan kalau operational definition, kalau kamu buat salah satu pun kamu dah dapat 2 markah. Jangan. Okay. Potassium and ammonium is mixed with HCl separately. The highest temperature of the mixture is recorded to determine. Dapat pun Man, kalau macam tu kamu dapat 2 markah sebab kamu punya what you observe tu betul. Kamu punya what you do tu tak complete sebab tak ada to produce 1 mole of water. Dapat 2 markah pun Man sebab what you observe tu betul. Kan cikgu kata jangan risau, kertas 3 ni dia tak akan simply kosong markah melainkan kamu punya jawapan tu merepek terus. Okay, calculate the heat of neutralizations for the reaction in experiment 1. Okay, first kita kena tahu formula dulu. So, delta H equals to negative H over X. So, first kita kira H equals to MC theta. M equals to 50 plus 50 times 4.2 times 13. So, kita dapat tadi 5460 joule. 1 mark. And then, we must find the value for X here. So, kita tengok dulu equation dia between KOH plus HCl, and then the product is KCl plus H2O. Okay, now X ni kita nak cari mole of what? From the equation, which mole yang perlu kita cari? Which mole guys? Mole yang mana kita kena cari? Mole of? Ya ke? Mole yang mana satu nak cari? Heat of neutralization. Which mole yang kita nak cari for X? Lupa. Bandai Afiqah Balqis, mole of water. Very good Melvin. Kan definition dia kan heat change when 1 mole of water produced. So X is the mole of water. So untuk cari mole of water, kamu kena kira dulu. Kita cari dulu mole untuk KOH. Or kamu boleh cari mole for HCl. Sebab kalau ikutkan dua-dua ni data dia sama. So kita cari mole untuk KOH. So using MV over 1000. Then substitute 50 and then 2 and then divide by 1000. So akan dapat 0.1 mole. Okay, ni markah yang kedua. Okay, this one is markah kedua. And then buat ratio. Ratio antara potassium hydroxide with water. Okay. Okay, then from equation 1, 1. From calculation 0.1, so 0.1 mole. Okay, then masukkanlah dalam formula yang asal ni. Formula yang ni. Formula yang first. So delta H equals to negative 5460 divide by 0.1 mole. So the answer is, berapakah jawapan anda? What's your answer? Berapa answer? What is the value for delta H here? Pandai. Very good Ifan. Negative 54.6. Unit. What is the unit for delta H? Kilojoule per mole. Kilojoule per mole. Tengok. Joule per mole kalau panjang kita convert jadi kilojoule per mole. 54.6 kilojoule per mole. Kalau tak ada unit yang betul ni, tolak markah dekat sini. Okay, next. The experiment is repeated by using solution R and solution S. Diagram 1.3 shows the pH meter reading for each solution. So, solution R, solution S. Apa yang kamu boleh differentiate between R and S? Apa beza R and S? Apa beza R and S? What is the differences between R and S? Respond. Memanglah HCl kali. Apa beza? Tengok ni. 10.5. Yelah, apa beza dua-dua? Dah tengok dah pH meter. So, apa beza dia? 10.5, 4.5. Apa beza? Reading of the message memang beza. So, apa conclusion boleh buat? Pandai Puiman. So, this one is weak alkali. So, this one is weak acid. Okay. So, they ask you to predict the temperature change when the solution are mixed. Agak-agak berapa? Cikgu dah bagi tahu. Kalau predict mesti kena tulis exact amount. Okay, Ifah punya jawapan 10 degree Celsius. Betul. Temperature change. Dia kata temperature change. Bukan final temperature. Berapa temperature change? How to calculate? Okay, macam ni. Puiman, kamu tengok yang dekat atas ni. Yang atas ni, we use strong alkali with strong acid. 13 kan? 13. So, kalau dia weak acid campur dengan weak alkali, dia mesti kurang daripada 13. Okay. So yang paling bagus jawapan dia antara 9 degree Celsius to 10 degree Celsius. Dia tak ada calculation, kita kena predict saja. So kalau you tulis 9.8, 9, 9.3, betul dah. Okay. Sebab ni dua-dua weak. Weak acid dengan weak alkali. Kalau either one weak, satu lagi strong, mungkin dalam 12 or 11. Ni sebab dua-dua weak kan, so lower than that. Faham tak ni? Okay, next. I think this one is last question for section A. Okay. Okay, nitric acid is a strong monoprotic. State the relationship between type of alkali and value of heat neutralization when react with acid. Okay, type of alkali ni. So, mesti ada satu strong, satu weak. Satu strong, satu weak. Okay. Relationship ni lebih kurang macam hipotesis. So, kena state dua-dua. Okay. Heat, dia kata heat of neutralization kan? Okay. Besarnya. Okay. Heat of neutralization. Besarnya. Heat of neutralization when nitric acid. Besarnya. React with strong alkali greater than when saya tak kerti dah nak betulkan dia. When nitric acid react with weak alkali. Okay. Okay. Heat of neutralization higher when strong alkali react with nitric acid. Irfan kena buat comparison dengan strong, dengan weak alkali pun Irfan. Kalau macam tu Irfan dapat 2 markah je. Kena cakap dua-dua. Dengan weak alkali pun kena cakap. Dengan strong alkali pun kena cakap. Okay, next. Table 1 shows heat of neutralization of some alkali when react with hydrochloric acid through experiment in lab. Classify alkali into ionized completely and ionized partially. So berdasarkan gambar ni kamu kena buat table and then bagi tahu yang mana ionized completely, yang mana ionized partially. Okay, kita buat table. Tulislah sini ionized completely. Ionized partially. So jawapannya yang mana? Ionized completely mestilah heat of neutralization dia greater. So this one is W and Z. Ionized partially is X and Y. Dapatlah 3 markah. Okay, done. Okay, settle ya. Okay, now we go to question 2. Okay, ready? We go to question 2. Question 2 ni senang sahaja. Okay, diagram 3 shows conversation between two students about observation at anode. Okay, focus at anode. And electrolysis of sodium chloride solution, NaCl, has been carried out by each of them. Okay, I electrolyze dilute NaCl solution and found that a gas released at anode ignites the glowing wooden splinter. So agak-agak gas apa yang release? Gas apa yang release yang boleh ignite the glowing wooden splinter? Gas apa ni? Gas? Oxygen. Very good. Okay, now. When I use concentrated sodium chloride, the gas released at anode turns moist blue litmus paper to red and then bleach. So agak-agak gas apa? What gas yang release? Moist blue litmus paper to red. Okay, very good. Chlorine gas. Okay, cikgu nak tanya, dalam sodium chloride solution ada berapa ions? How many ions in sodium chloride solution? Ada 4. Okay, we have Na plus Cl minus. And then we have H plus and OH minus. Okay, kalau dekat anode ni is positif. Okay, so cikgu nak bagi tahu yang positif, so yang pergi adalah anion, negative ion. Macam mana kita nak pilih? Kalau dilute, untuk halide solution ni, halide ni maksudnya yang ada chloride, bromide, fluoride. Kalau dilute, kita pilih apa? Pandai. So kat sini anode, kalau dia dilute, kita pilih OH minus. So kalau concentrated, kita pilih Cl minus. Reason sebab apa? Kalau soalan tanya, why chloride discharge at anode when using concentrated NaCl? Reason? Because of what? Because of what? Kenapa we choose chloride ion at anode bila kita guna concentrated NaCl? Because of what? Because the concentrations of chloride ion higher than concentration of hydroxide ion. Kalau soalan tanya reason, itu jawapan dia. Because chloride ion, concentrations of chloride ion is higher than concentrations of hydroxide ion. Okay, now kita tengok half equation. So dekat sini anode half equation dia akan jadi OH minus will release electron, akan dapat H2O plus O2 plus 4E. Okay, then kita balancekan equation. 2H2O and then 4OH. Itu yang dapat oxygen gas. Okay, dekat cathode kita pilih apa? Which one will discharge at cathode? Na plus or H plus? Which one will discharge at cathode? Na H plus. Very good. Reason apa tu? Reason? Lower position in ECS compared to sodium ion. Okay. Kalau dekat sini anode dia apa? Kalau kita guna concentrated, anode dia adalah Cl minus. Release akan become Cl2 plus 2E. So ini yang dapat blue litmus paper turns red. Reason? Because concentrations of chloride ion higher than concentrations of hydroxide ion. So cathode sama saja H plus because lower position in ECS. Okay, very good. Okay, now kita tengok soalan dia. Based on the above situation, plan a lab experiment to investigate the effect of concentrations of NaCl on the product form at anode during electrolysis. Means the first round kita guna concentrated, the second round dan kita guna dilute. Okay, bagaimanakah gambar rajahnya? Macam mana gambar rajah dia? Macam mana gambar rajah dia? Kalau kamu tengok dua-dua eksperimen hasilkan gas, betul tak? So mesti ada, pandai Amanda, mesti test tube terbalik. So ini adalah carbon electrode and then test tube terbalik. Both ada test tube and then connected to anode and cathode. And then we have beaker Okey, kalau sebarang solution mesti ada gambar dot-dot macam ni ya. Any solution mesti ada dot-dot. So any tulislah NaCl. Let's say first round kita nak guna 1.0 mol per dm cube. Maksudnya concentrated. Okey. So inilah lebih kurang rupanya. Okay, nah marilah kita tulis apa yang dia minta. So yang pertama dia minta benda yang sama kan. Okay, pertama dia minta kita tulis. Okay, problem statement. Okay, what is the problem statement here? How does the concentrations of NaCl affect the product at anode? Yes, perfect Ifan. Betul sekali. 3 markah dekat situ. Mudah sahaja nak dapat 3 markah. Okay, so how? Dah besar juga macam nak kecilkan lah. Okay, cikgu tulislah takut besar sangat. Okay, how concentration of sodium chloride solution will affect the product at anode. Okay, so mesti ada MV dia, concentrations of sodium chloride, MV, and then affect the product at anode is RV. Okay, next. Manipulated variables. So, manipulated variables apa guys? Senang sahaja, manipulated is concentration of sodium chloride solution. Solution. Okay, responding variables. Responding dia apa? Ambil je kat atas ni. Product at anode. Okay, constant variables apa yang sama for both experiment is Na sodium chloride solution or type of electrode because kita guna carbon electrode. Okay, hypothesis. Hypothesis kena sebut dua-dua. When using, okay, by using concentrated NaCl, chlorine gas release at anode. Okay, then boleh tu, betul? Okay. By using dilute NaCl, oxygen gas release at anode. Okay. Okay, material and apparatus. Wah, okay tak? Yang mana? Yang constant ke? Constant variables tu salah satu ke hypothesis tu? You cakap pasal apa? Hypothesis ke? Oh, hypothesis kalau you sebut atas saja dapat 2 markah. Kalau sebut dua-dua then baru dapat markah penuh. Okay. Okay, now material. Okay, material apa yang kita guna? Okay, yang pertama kita akan pakai carbon electrode. Very good, Menda. Okay, we use carbon electrode. Can you differentiate material and apparatus? Boleh kan? Okay, then kita pakai carbon electrode. Lagi, kita pakai wire. Then, kita pakai beaker. Okay, lepas tu kita pakai apa? Test tube. Then, we use, okay, dah habis dah. Untuk apparatus. Material, kita pakai 0.1 mol per dm cube. Okay, NaCl. Okay, thanks Menda. Batteries or dry cell. Okay, then kita pakai 0.01 mol per dm cube NaCl solution. Okay, lagi kita pakai apa? Blue litmus paper. Then kita pakai wooden splinter. Okay, lagi? Alright, dah. Okay, procedure yang pertama. What is the procedure? What is the first procedure? First procedure. Procedure dia banyak juga ni. Procedure. Yang pertama. Okay, first procedure. Measure. And pour. Okay, kita pakai yang pekat. 1.0 mol per dm cube NaCl solution into beaker. Okay, yang kedua. Lepas kita measure and pour, fill up the test tube with NaCl solution. And invert it on carbon electrode. Okay, number 3. Connect electrode. Okay, connect electrode to battery by using connecting wire. Tengok dekat atas ni tinggal ada wire. Cikgu nak bagi tahu kalau kertas 3 contohlah kamu tertinggal material and apparatus 1 lah. Dia selalunya 1 je, kalau dah 2, 3 dia tak kira. Kalau 1 kamu tertinggal dekat material and apparatus tapi bila baca prosedur ada, dia boleh ambil ni letak kat sini so boleh dapat full mark dekat atas ni. Sama juga dengan diagram. Let's say you draw diagram and then you label. Okay, benda tu ada dekat your diagram tapi dekat material and apparatus you lupa tulis. Dia boleh ambil 1 daripada diagram tu untuk dapatkan you 3 markah dekat material and apparatus. Tapi 1 sahaja. Kalau dah 2, 3, 4 tertinggal tu tak kira dah. Okay, nombor 4. So, number 4 kita sambung. Complete the circuit. Okay, complete the circuit. Okay, number 5. Collect and test gas release at anode. Okay, number 6. Record the observation. Okay, last one, 7. Okay, repeat step 1 to 6 by using dilute kan 0.0 mol per dm cube NaCl solution. Siap. Dapat 3 markah. Kalau dia nak dapat 2 markah, dia ada nanti dalam skim dia akan cakap okey, mana yang wajib. Adalah prosedur-prosedur yang wajib. Kalau full 3 markah, lepas tu dia akan bagi. Okey, kalau kamu dapat jawab 5 prosedur ni, okey dapat 2 markah. Kurang lagi, tolak lagi. Okey, tabulations of data. Last. So, kita pakai yang pertama, concentration Na. Boleh toh? Betul? Concentration NaCl, jangan lupa unit mol per dm cube. And then here is observation. So, concentration tulislah 1.0 mol per dm cube. Ini we assume as concentrated. And then 0.01 mol per dm cube. Ini kira diluted. So ada MV, ada RV with the unit. Ini tabulations of data dapat 2 markah. Selesai.